I'm on the Great Western Greenway here, which is just a cycle track which links the mainland out to Achill Island here. Very quiet this morning. I think I met one cyclist early morning. Just gentle meandering tracks. There's a little bit of wind. The light is quite good today, although some clouds are pushing in. On the job, I've been working on a wall. It's a restoration of an old limestone wall, and they were built before heavy traffic, so there's a lot more vibrations and the stones begin to fall and the structural integrity begins to crumble. So the team has to disassemble it in sections so that the whole thing doesn't collapse, and then rebuild it and then repoint it, which is just like filling it with mortar. There could be maybe 400, 500 meters of wall on either side of the road. It can be quite daunting when you have such a large section of wall to complete. So at the end of the day, you can see that you're much closer to the end than to the beginning. So yeah, it's been really good to see that momentum and to feel that progress. Since November, I've been working on my van. I kind of snatch a few hours here and there, mostly on the weekends. I've been doing these larger tasks like building these storage units, and then I picked up some hinges and tried to fit them in as neatly as I could. And that's a job that could take, like half an hour, maybe an hour. So I tried to do that after work. Yeah, so incrementally I've been just adding these little tasks, little jobs, and much like the wall, I can feel that I'm closer to the end of the project than the beginning, because I've actually been testing it out. I've been field testing it and I'm kind of sleeping in it. And just from doing that, I've been getting a sense of, okay, well, this could work slightly better. This could be a little bit easier. So heading back east today, and I made a detour over to County Mayo. I used to live here on the shores of Loch Arrow and had a little cottage there on the edge of the woods. That was around 2019, and it's kind of interesting to link back along the way. So there's been some really dramatic skies today. Spring turbulence, well, it's more summer, I suppose. Driving through different pockets, and some places are wet, some places are dry but really warm. So here the sky is about to open. There we go, have the rain breaking here. Making another stop along the way at a church that I spent some time working on. So over in the field here, there's an abbey, and this church was possibly part of that abbey, but it's not conclusive. Some of the mortar was sent for carbon dating to get an exact date on the church, on the first appearance of this church. Meanwhile, inside, and the dates here, we have 1620. A lot of people still come here. You see there's quite a lot of soil here, which would have been purely from years and years of the ivy growth. The first task was to dig this down and to find the actual floor, which would be the vaulted ceiling below. If you look at these upper sections here, these have been repointed and secured. So there'll be like lime mortar all across the top here to stop that water from getting in, and just to keep that, to lock that in place. Well, this is going to have to be rebuilt. This gives you a good indication of what it was like before we began. You see the depth of these. You put your hand right the way in. This is all ivy, formerly ivy vines, just taking root, and then it just pushes everything out, loosens everything. There's almost no mortar left here, so it makes it quite unstable and secure. So, and then these upper levels, you can see the difference. I remember working around this window, all on this side. You look at the line of these cornerstones and how well they were cut. It's just incredible.